Hello and welcome to the MRO show presented by Chadwell Supply. I'm your host, Adam Porter, and I'm here with Matthew Trotter, the Director of Education for Chadwell Supply, and Kelsey Pearlman. She is with AirQuest, and we are here at the Chadwell Supply Sales Conference and Trade Show 2024. So we got a lot of excitement, a lot of energy, and we're here to talk with Kelsey about the changes that are happening in HVAC in 2024 and 2025. So Kelsey, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. How are you all?
Great. Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate you taking the time. So tell me a little bit about what's happening in 2024 in the HVAC industry.
Sure. Yeah. What isn't happening in 2024 in the HVAC industry?
Yes,
right?
That's a better question. Right.
What isn't happening? Well, as you all are well aware, right? We just went through the regulation change for 2023 to just finish that up, and now we're really focused on 2025 and that refrigerant change and what's coming. So that, environmentally friendly solutions are coming, right? New products, new refrigerant, lots of fun changes coming up on our end.
Sure, and these are changes that as we've said before in previous podcasts, for folks who don't know, they are federally regulated changes. So the federal government is saying these are things you have to do. And I'd like to kick it over to Matt a little bit to have him set the stage for us for what the federal regulations are and what we are looking at. And he's going to ask you a couple of questions.
Sure.
Matt?
So, right, thank you so much, Adam. So regulations that we have, we just transitioned from, it really started from 2020 where we started reducing some some GWPs that were too high. So we started taking these refrigerants away, and it really hit in 2024, just in January, where we reduced them by another, 40% or 30%, which cut us down to 60% overall of production. So that is reducing the amount of 410A that's going to be out there. This year, I believe it's December 31st or January 1, 2025 is the last time where a manufacturer can produce a 410A system. Is that true?
Correct, yes. So we can produce our 410A systems through the end of the year. And these split systems actually have a year sell-through. So as you look at that, right, still pending final ruling by the EPA, but as it reads today, right, they say it's actually a year sell-through for splits until 12/31/2025. So again, pending the final ruling, but as we read today.
It's still fluid, but we're all lobbying to have these rulings come out, and they come out and say, okay, this is written for now, and this is what's going to be. So you get to produce the equipment this year, and then next year we get to sell as much as we can until there's no more, basically. And then we have to transition to a new refrigerant. Now, what refrigerant is AirQuest going to be transitioning to?
Yeah, so AirQuest has actually chosen our 454B as a refrigerant, right? Very environmentally friendly solution. The reason we've chosen this, it has a GWP, global warming potential, of 466, right? So much lower GWP than that 410A.
Absolutely. That is the lowest combination GWP for a blend, I think, that's being sold right now.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're hoping it'll last us quite a while into the future, and so we feel very confident in our choice of our 454B.
So for folks who might not necessarily connect immediately with what those benefits are, when you say it's a low GWP potential, tell me a little bit about what the benefits are of that particular refrigerant.
Sure. Yeah. More environmentally friendly, right? That's our whole focus for 2025 and beyond, is really lowering that GWP, global warming potential, and really helping become more environmentally friendly, right? As we look at millennials and Gen Zers, right? Everyone, these new renters that are coming to the multifamily market, right, are really looking for those environmentally friendly, sustainable solutions.
Absolutely. So I was reading in something that AirQuest had put out before, which really falls in line with what our 454B, the attributes of it, and it's a blended refrigerant. So I kind of get into the chemistry side of it. So it is a portion of R32 and then 1234YF. It's that combination. And 1234YF, that's in a lot of cars right now. It's in almost every vehicle, new vehicle. So that combination, it sits a lot like 410A. So it's very similar in that. So there's not really much confusion in the pressures and in how we're going to work with it in the industry. And also, it's a blend, but it's a blend that doesn't fractionate, which is a really big deal. It acts as one solid compound, which is exactly like 410. So if you're used to working with 410, you're going to be very comfortable working with our 454B.
And that's what I've heard as well, right? A couple of changes to install, nothing too major, right? But a couple of changes there, and so should be very comfortable working with it.
How is AirQuest going to help with us to make it through the next year with our 410 equipment? What does that ramp up look like for products? I mean, as far as 410 coming out, you guys going to be able to help us to really stock and to be ready? Because we don't want there to be a gap.
Sure.
So what does it look like for you manufacturing 410A, and then when are you going to transition over to start making the R454B equipment?
Sure, yeah, we do have our phase in, phase out schedule, right? And so starting with heat pumps as we kind of move towards the Inflation Reduction Act and utility bills and reducing those, being more environmentally friendly, right? Heat pumps are actually going to be coming out first, early in 2024, right? And then we'll kind of follow it up with Southern ACs and then Northern ACs as well. But I'll say every customer has their own strategy, right? So as you look at, do I stockpile R410A? Do I move to the new refrigerant? What's the pricing going to do with the 40% reduction or 40% phase down, right, in the production of R410A? I think every customer has their own strategy and what they want to do, and we're very well equipped to support that strategy, whether it's stockpiling 410A or transitioning early and providing that new product to your customers.
So has the decision been made for which month that you'll start that transition?
It has been. It has been, preliminary, right? So really based upon that final ruling of the EPA, which we're waiting for in February, right, with that sell-through date and everything else. And so if that shifts at all, which we don't necessarily expect it to, but as it shifts, we'll change our phase in, phase out schedule. But as it sits today, heat pumps will come first, right, early Q2 or late Q1.
Of 2025. So you'll transition, of this year? Mm-hmm. So you already are in production of our 454 equipment?
We are. So we've been testing it for a while. We've actually been working on new refrigerant for 10 years, right? Very well prepared for this change testing to lower the GWP. So as you look at the phase in, phase out schedule, right? We really want you all to be prepared for 2025, which doesn't mean once 2025 hits, here's all of our new products. We really have that phase in, phase out schedule ready, subject to change, of course, based on the EPA, but ready for 2024.
So you said that you're going to have products starting to come out this year for 454B. That's ahead of schedule than other manufacturers, and I see that as a huge win. That's awesome to hear. So with that, I'm all about training. We're doing A2L training and low GWP training for all of our customers. We're doing it by webinar, and we're having a huge response to it. But what I'm really looking for is that product training, because yes, we can teach about the refrigerant, but they really want to look at the product. They want to see it. So partnering with AirQuest, when do you feel like we might be able to have some available training that I can work with and review, and then we can start doing and training that to our customers?
This is my absolute favorite topic. I love training. I think training's key, right? So we actually have some courses available on My Learning Center, our internal training site, right, for 454B. So whether it's storage, transportation courses, changes to installs, so we have that. Now, right, I understand that's only somewhat interactive, right? Your employees go online, take the course. Now, we actually are open to doing webinars, right, or one-on-one training with your team, virtual trainings, or in person if it makes sense. We've done these in the past, right, in this segment, and so I'd love to help do a road show, travel around to your big markets and do some of that. We also have a new training facility that just opened up in Indianapolis at our headquarters. We actually have all of our new products there, including ductless products. And so, if the team would ever love to come up there and see, we could definitely put some training together. We do offer other training courses, paid training courses that are in person. So training is something that we do really, really well. And I would love to kind of help implement that strategy with Chadwell.
That sounds great. I would love to visit. That'd be fantastic. We'll have to make a plan for that.
Maybe in the summer. It's not so cold in Indianapolis.
Road trip. I like it.
Absolutely.
So I would love to come back around, Kelsey, and ask you for one final wrap-up question for the takeaways that our customers really need to hear, that you have a plan in place, that AirQuest is prepared, they know what they're doing, they know how you're doing it. And so go ahead and just walk us through quickly again one more time to close it, put a bow on this for us. What is AirQuest doing to help address this refrigerant phase down?
Sure. We've been in preparation for refrigerant change for 10 years. We've been testing in the field with new products for the last few years. So we've really ramped up testing, right, where we're ready for it. We feel very confident in our choice of our 454B refrigerant. We're trying to prep customers, right, with their phase in, phase out schedule. What's your strategy? And really trying to align our production based on that, right? But it's not just the condensers, right? You also have to have the coils that match, additional safety features in the indoor coils, because both R32 and our 454B are A2L refrigerants, right? So they're classified as mildly flammable. So every indoor unit from every manufacturer now has additional safety features. So really making sure that we're on schedule with not only the condensers, but the indoor coils coming in at the same time as well.
So once again, prepared, Ahead of schedule.
Ahead of schedule.
Yeah. Safe, effective, efficient operations from a supplier partner that we here at Chadwell Supply know we can trust. Thank you, Kelsey, so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. We really appreciate the partnership and really look forward to 2024 and beyond.
Thank you for tuning into the MRO Show presented by Chadwell Supply. Look for us at chadwellsupply.com/the MRO Show or listen to us on your favorite podcast service of choice.